to me it still feels like a beginning each time. And when I look back, I feel like this is the role that I've gotten finally a chance to sort of, get a lot of tries at it. And sometimes when you get to do 2-3 movies, you get to learn a lot about a character and sort of like things you didn't even think about. So this is probably the most full-fledged thing I've done so far.
What's it like to be where you are now?
Right. Extremely gratifying and extremely, I'm at a loss for words. I'm just standing here in front of all of you guys, and I'm from Romania, so it's a pretty good moment.
I'd like to know what happened if your character becomes Captain America. What would you like to do different than the current Captain America?
Rude.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'd probably smash the shield repeatedly with my arm to make it mine.
You make that shield yours.
I think the Reddit does not die.
Hi, I'm Frankie, and I was just wondering, what's the weirdest thing that that's happened to you on set?
The fridge.
My pants have fallen down. It's definitely kind of a weird thing to go through when you're trying to be a badass. Weirdest thing. I've definitely landed some of the punches. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. But we do that all the time, it just happens. I don't know. In the first movie, I went through a wall, that whole train sequence before he falls off. There was one time where I'm dodging bullets or whatever, and I threw myself into the wall, and I was very into it, and I just went right through it. Accidents like that happen.
Hi, my name is Carl. I was a quick question.
It's pretty tough in that mask, though, isn't it?
I was going to say that it wasn't a question to say that I really respect you and But no, my question is, we as fans get to do a lot of fan theories and headcanon and all this stuff based off the hard work you do as actors, filling in the blanks of moments we don't get to see on screen, but we get to see your character's histories through your performances. What is your process of filling in the blanks for things that aren't shown actually on the movie?
That was complicated.
Well, the best thing to do is, for me, was to sort of, again, every year, I go back to the comic books, I go back to, one of the things that someone actually suggested to me this time around was why don't you watch the first movie and the second movie, before going into this third one, so you remember your arc. But it's all in the comic books there, and then I just looked up a lot of different post-traumatic stress disorder stories and things, about soldiers coming back from war and what their lives are like, trying to integrate themselves back into reality. And what you strive for is you go to set, you know what you're going to shoot that day, but there just might be an opportunity for something that you didn't think about before. Some sort of, and you want to sort of have your weapons for that. You want to be ready for it, so you can just pull it out of your trick bag. And I think with this character, for example, one of the things that I stole this from a greater actor or whatever, but I was music is a very important thing for me with this character, because especially in a lot of places where he doesn't, he's not he's not saying much, or where's his mind, where's he going? Especially as a Winter Soldier, I always just had him kind of playing a lot of different music in his mind and stuff, and that kind of helped me always have something going on. Because it could be anything. It could be, he could be looking at something and think maybe he's recognizing it or not, or it could trigger him in a certain way, so.
Hi, I'm Anastasia. I was going to ask, so you mentioned that you're doing writing in New York right now, like you're fascinated with it. What type of stuff do you write, like poems or stories?
No, it's just, these are just short story classes, basically, and, it's just stuff that, I was writing in different ways and for different purposes ever since I was in high school, and it's just something I always come back to, and I'm not like trying to write a book or anything. I just was like, let's build on those things that excite you or that you like. I think sometimes we get so, or at least I do, especially with writing, it's like I get so bogged down with expectations, or you have this idea, it's like, well, where are you going to take it? Where's it going to go? What are you going to write a book or something? And it's like, if you're going to think that way, then you're going to squash the whole thing altogether. I think sometimes it's just about seeing like what's at least in front of your face. Go to that. There's a piece of paper. Just start writing on a piece of paper, and then take it to the next, maybe the second page. And I try and think about that in life too sometimes. It's like I'm here with you right now. Like, let me try and be here. I don't know what's going to be tomorrow. That got deep. Sorry.
Deb, there you go. I was wondering, I've loved your stuff since The Covenant, but with Ricky and the Flash, we kind of started talking about it. I want to know how you fanboyed out over Rick Springfield. I
obviously wanted him to, get into dun, 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 dun. I wanted him to play that song so badly every time the band was up, but he would never do it. He never I think he probably hated playing that song. Yeah, I just love I love 80s music, and I love him, and I was blown away by him in the movie because he does such an incredible job. He actually is a really good actor. And he's really good in the second season of True Detective.
Hi, Carly. What do you wish you would have known when you first started out in this business?
That you need a lot of patience, definitely, and yeah, you do. It's so fun when you're starting out in high school and in camp and so on. You're doing plays, you're doing musicals. Like, you just get up there and you do it. And the trick is you can't lose that excitement. Like, as a kid, you just can't. You need that every time, to turn it up when you show up to the job. But at the same time, you have to kind of hone it in and have patience with it. You can't just let it diffuse quickly, I guess. So patience is a big one. We got time for one more question.
Hi, so you were just here for the Bronx in January. I was wondering what your experiences was here with that, and if you like doing the independent films or if you like doing the bigger ones better.
No, I don't have a preference of what kind of movie it is. I just, if I really like the character, if the people involved are, people I want to work with, and it's a good script, then awesome, whatever it may be. And I had a great time at Sundance. It was awesome. It was my first time. We were the opening night film. I think it was a little too much for people. It's a very raunchy movie. I'm glad it's coming out in March.
Yes, my birthday.
Relativity, but now it's going to come out in March. And,
nice.
Yeah.
Let's wait longer.
It was fun, and Park Slope is a great city.
Well, one last time, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Sebastian Stan.